to how I spent the apocalypse. Just more apocalypse.
No kidding.
So, if Kamala Harris won the election, and you know, there was a God, then I was going to change the name of this, as I've talked about before, to Making Do. But we all know that didn't happen. And a lot of us were crushed by the results of the election. It left us feeling like we had no country. It left us feeling like there's no hope. That's what they want. They want to sell this to you as a huge win. They only have 5 more Senate seats, which is enough. It's a lot. It's not good. Doesn't look like they're going to have any more seats in Congress, does it? Because they're still dicking around, right?
Yeah, I think they finally sealed it just the other day.
And do they have more seats than they have?
I don't think it's more. I think it's exactly the
I
same.
think it's
Or maybe
exactly-
if any more, it's 1 or 2. It's not a
Yeah,
lot.
so they did not sweep either one of the houses. And while they want to pretend like it was a huge victory, he won with 2% of the vote. And here's who we all owe a great big fuck you to. The 62 million people in this country who could have voted and did not.
62 million?
62 million people
Jeez.
didn't vote. Or maybe they said 62%.
It was. I think it was 62% of the
62%.
potential
What did I say?
electorate.
62
2 million.
Okay, I could have this wrong.
Yes, you no, but you got the 62
Fake
right.
news!
But
62% of people that could vote
Yeah,
didn't vote.
Right.
So it's actually probably more than 62 million.
I don't know how many it is.
Because,
I don't do numbers.
but
They're hard.
anyway, numbers are hard. Let's go shopping.
Yeah, right.
However way you want it. Some of those people weren't even registered. Maybe to me that's the most disheartening. Elie Wiesel said, complacency is the same thing as hate. Because complacency is the same for us as voting against us.
Yes.
Because it still puts the people in power that should not be in power for many, many reasons. But this is not time to despair. We don't have time for that. We don't have time to despair. We don't have time to hang our heads. And we know what's going to happen. Initially, it'll look like he fixed the economy because it'll still be what Biden did for the economy. This was the same thing he did last time he got in. Biden Obama had spent 8 years undoing the shit that Bush did to the economy, and then Trump came in and took the praise for it, and then immediately within 2 years, because he gave the rich another tax break, everything went toilet bound again. The pandemic didn't help. We have to stay strong. We have to find our communities. We have to make our communities. We have to do what the gay community has done for hundreds of years. We had that little reprieve, and unfortunately our young ones, they're not going to be prepared for what might happen. But we had codes. Are you a friend of Dorothy's? Are you family? And then, depending on their answer, you knew you could safely talk to that person. We're going to have to do the same thing with voting blue. It'll be easy, though, because we can just ask, do you recycle? You know, and that's it. What about this global warming? And then their answer will let you know.
Yeah.
Okay? But we're going to have to do that. But mostly, we're going to have to get back together with meeting each other in person. The pandemic left us, and let's be honest, January 6th,
Yes.
left us with this idea that we couldn't just talk to one another, and we didn't want to be in spaces. okay? And we didn't necessarily go see each other. We're talking online. We're talking on the phone. Oh, talking on the phone's big. Nobody wants to do that either. It's
So much
all
trouble.
texting and bullshit, and I belch just for your pleasure. Okay, but at any rate, that's what we have to do. We have to make those safe spaces. I'll make a safe space here on my place. You make a safe space on your place. Reach out to your friends. Find new people. Use the codes. Do your recycle. What about this global warming? Okay, is it hot enough for you? That'll give you your answers. Then we build our communities back up and we run to the midterm elections.
Yes.
And we take our country back. We tell the misguided college kids who didn't vote for Kamala because they were worried about the Palestinian people. They fucked them up completely.
Yes.
The Palestinian people now have no ally
No.
in America.
No.
None. You did that when you decided either not to vote for a president at all because you didn't like the Biden and Harris policies with the Palestinians, or you voted for some third-party candidate you knew damn good and well didn't have a chance in hell of beating the Orange Menace.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what am I doing?
You're
I'm
ranting.
doing what we all have to do. I'm just keeping going. Things still have to get done. I have to do them. I don't have time to sit around and lick my wounds and be mad all day. That's not helping. I have to keep going. And like I said, if this is going to be a safe space for people, it needs to be a clean one. This poor building that I want to put a sound room in, thank you, Stephen Sheldon, for all the sound room equipment that we still have not used. Don't get me started. I want to turn this into a sound room. In order to do it, I have to empty it. We are going to have a yard sale this next weekend and try to get rid of a bunch of crap. If you're in the area next weekend, if this goes up before then, I don't fucking know.
It's going up today.
Because I'm not in charge of that. If you're in the area and you want to see all the crap that people gave me during the apocalypse that I cannot use, or I'm not going to use, or I'd have to be 400 years old to use, come and get it. It'll be cheap. I'll have a whole pile of free shit because I just want to get rid of stuff. As you can see, not only was this building still half full of Myers crap that he didn't take with him, but it has been the catch-all when I'm cleaning the other fucking buildings. Okay? Plus the other fucking buildings, and every closet in our house is now filled with nothing but piles of crap
For
that
yard
needs to be
sales.
sold. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not going to throw it away because it's good stuff. But as you can see, with my 87 1100 outbuildings, there's no room in the inn.
Yep.
So make goals for yourselves. Try to think about what you can do that might make things this much better for our community. This much better for our community. Quit making excuses for people that voted that way. They had plenty of opportunity. They know exactly what they voted for. And you know what I'm going to say? A big bullshit on their economy story.
Yeah.
A big bullshit. And I'll tell you why. First off, you'll trade kindness and compassion and
Empathy.
empathy to pay less for gas and less for groceries. Your groceries prices, they're not necessarily being driven by the corporate raiders or anything else. They're being driven by climate change,
Yeah.
which you just voted for somebody who said drill, 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 drill. And not only drill, 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 But let's overpopulate our country
Yes.
even more.
Have more babies.
Let's He wants another baby boom, because that was not a huge mistake. So I don't want to hear it. But my main thing is they're full of shit anyway. Okay, when gasoline, you can check this. It won't be like the 62 million that I got. But you can check this. When gas prices were at their absolute highest in the history of the United States, the American people bought more gas than they have ever bought before in the same period of time. It's not about the economy. Because if you're broke, you don't do that.
Right.
You do like we did, and you go nowhere.
Right.
You do what you have to do and you come home.
Right.
2 Christmases in a row now, they have broken the amount of money that they have ever spent on Christmas. 2 of them in a row. You know what? If you're broke and things are so bad, you don't do that.
Exactly.
So I don't buy their "we voted the economy" thing. First off, it shows they don't know how the economy works.
Yeah.
But you don't argue with them. Don't waste your breath arguing with them. All you do is show them who you are and where you are. And don't argue with them. Find our own people. Build our own communities.
And then vote.
They will eventually learn and they'll know. But right now, you cannot talk to them, and don't even try. Don't waste your breath. Don't waste your anger. Spend it doing stuff that will actually help you, your family, your friends, your life. And clean up your buildings.
Yes. Clean them up.
Clean up your buildings, clean up your space, make room for doing stuff.
So as with all things, this new project begins with
This new
cleaning
project
stuff up.
begins with cleaning things up.
yeah.
Cleaning things up. I do want to end with a story, a true story, which hopefully he'll come so you can see him. But I'm going to start with a true story, which is a metaphor for what we need them to understand about us. Okay? Now, if you come over here, about 5 or 6 days ago, when I would go into the venue, I would have this strange knocking sound. And I would run out and see if somebody was knocking on the house. And of course, nobody was. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? Then one day, I happened to be walking by, and I see particles of sawdust falling on the ground from the corner of my eaves. And a little woodpecker has decided to dig a hole in the eaves. Now, I don't know if he'll come out or not. But at any rate, so I filled the hole up with spray foam and thought, okay, he'll get the idea, he'll move on. He did not. See where the metal is up there?
Yes, on the edge.
So, and then see the metal piece over here? Okay, so he dug the hole there first. And then he made a new hole here. Okay?
Hang on,
So I
I'm
had
trying to
to-
see the metal. I said yes, but not.
Okay, can you see you can see the screws around the edge of the metal. I painted it, so it makes it
Oh,
harder
it
to
makes it
see.
really hard. I see it now. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So then he made this. Okay, so I thought, okay, so I put the metal up there, I painted it, and I thought he's just going to find another place to make another hole in my eaves.
Right.
He needs a place to be. Well, last year, if you remember, I had to cut down an elm tree that died of the same fungus that everything else is dying of. And it had a woodpecker nest in it.
Yes.
So I took the woodpecker nest and carefully cut it out and put it in the shop and said someday I'll use that for a bird nest. Well, in the middle of all this, I thought, okay, I'm going to give him a place. Oh, there he went. Did you see him?
If he was right, was
He
he?
just moved his head and then he moved it back in.
I might have gotten it because I am
Okay.
filming.
All right, but it may be the angle. See, I'm at a
Yeah.
different angle. At any rate, so I took all the bark off the back of it. I flattened it out. I put a board on it, and then I screwed the board to the wall. Within 3 hours, he had moved his little happy ass into that hole.
Oh my goodness.
Here's what we need them to understand. Hey, all you straight white men. We're not trying to kick you out of your house. We're just hoping that you will make a space for us. Until next time, you're not alone. I'm not alone. We're not alone. We got this.